said so. Well, that's not very satisfying. That was part of the reason I left. Okay? When people ask me, for a long time, people would say, well, where were you born? And my answer was, in sin and iniquity. Right? So, but what the Buddha says is, don't believe this stuff just because I'm telling you. You have to examine it. And if it doesn't make sense, throw it away. So too, I believe it can be with what Christ teaches us. You have to understand it in your own way. You have to internalize it. You have to practice it. You have to have your own path, which is noble. Right? The truth is the truth. Question? Yes, sir. This depends on which type of Buddhist you talk to, right? I mean, there are some hardcore Buddhists, the Theravadins, for instance, okay? Say, Mr. G, in your discussion, did you talk about the two vehicles? Okay. We're going to run out of time, but very quickly, okay? Within Buddhism, there are two major systems. One is called Theravada Buddhism, and one is called Mahayana Buddhism. Okay? I am a Mahayana Buddhist. The difference is this. Theravadins seek to find an end to their own suffering. They seek to achieve cessation of birth and death. Okay, I know that you were told about nirvana. Okay. The definition of nirvana is this. It is cessation. You aren't born again. You will not suffer. You are done. You're out of the cycle of birth and death. That is the strict definition of nirvana. This is not to be confused with enlightenment. The Sanskrit for that is antara samyak sambodhi. And you cannot attain complete enlightenment via this individual path. Individual liberation does not mean total enlightenment. Now, if you ask the Theravadins, they will say only one being has ever achieved complete enlightenment, and that was Siddhartha Gautama. Okay? So if you ask them, that's what they will say. If you ask a Mahayana Buddhist, here's the answer you will get. Every sentient being has Buddha nature. Therefore, every sentient being is a Buddha. Every one of you guys, and by the way, it's really a pleasure to be in the presence of so many Buddhas. Yeah, I'm serious, guys, right? No matter how many lifetimes it takes, no matter how many infinite lifetimes it takes, from the Mahayana point of view, all sentient beings wake up. And the reason I personally seek enlightenment is so that I can be a benefit to other sentient beings. Have you ever had a sick pet? Or maybe seen an injured animal, or maybe you have a friend who is suffering. Okay. If you knew exactly what to do, if you knew exactly what to say, a perfect thing that would eliminate that suffering, would you not do it? You would, I would guess. I seek enlightenment, other Mahayana Buddhists seek enlightenment, so that as a bodhisattva, as an awakened being, I can be of use and benefit to all sentient beings. And that is the route by which we achieve ultimate liberation. So the answer to the question from Mahayana point of view is there are an infinite number of Buddhas, as many Buddhas as there are grains of sand in the Ganges River. Okay? You are already there. If you have a jar full of water, clean water, you can see through it, it's perfect, right? If you throw a bunch of dirt in it, you stir it up, you can't see through it, you sure won't break it. But is the water different? A It's a question, guys.